All right, team. Matt here from the PT Profit Leverage and Lifestyle Show. We're going to go through the three mistakes stopping you from getting from 10K per month, um, well, going from 10K per month to 20K per month. So we're going to go through the three mistakes um, that most PTs make from achieving this. So for me, why can I help you with this? Is because I scaled from 0 to 55K a month in about 2 years, and I made a lot of mistakes along the way. And if I had my time again, I would. I'd actually, I wouldn't say I regret anything, but the model that I was running was the issue, in my opinion. So we're going to go through the three mistakes stopping 10K a month PTs from scaling to 20K and more. So let's get straight into it. Mistake number one, you're trying to brute force more sessions. So many people just care about PT sessions, trading time for money, trading time for money, trading time for money. But that is the reason why you will most likely never get past 10K per month. The only way that works is if you did it like I did it, which I don't suggest doing, and you hire three, four, five, six, seven, eight trainers to do the work for you, trading time for money, and you get a small cut of that. The difficult thing about that these days is because um, you basically cut away 30, 40, 50% of your margin instantly by doing this, which it looks good on paper, looks good on all these trainers, blah blah blah. But bottom line is, people who have a proper model, like I'm about to share with you, make a lot more money and have a lot less stress on their plate than how I used to do it anyway. So that's the first one. So by doing this, you'll only be able to make a certain amount of money, right? By doing this. So like if you want to make 20K a month, right? So if we just get my little calculator out here. I'm just going to do the average PT because we're just talking about the average here. So 20K divided by four, so 5K a week. 5K a week. Even if you're even if you're pricing, let's just say for example, it's $100 a session. That's still you still need to do 50 sessions a week to make that, right? Now, that is possible. 100%. In fact, um, I've done that myself. I wouldn't recommend it. I've done it myself. Um, and yeah, it's obviously possible. But I personally don't think it's sustainable long term. So, the, in summary, the number one mistake is people just think the answer is adding more sessions. Or in reality, the model that you're actually doing is the reason why you're not going to 20K a month. Mistake number two is they're messy or they have non-existent systems. So, I was speaking to someone this morning about this, and he was getting people to pay pay for the session after they finished it. It was actually specifically for group classes, funnily enough, but even if it was for one-on-one. And I said, what's going to happen if you got 20 people doing the group class and they've all got to manually pay? You're going to wait 15 minutes and just manually take payments? Like, is that really worth your time? Honestly. Some people are super scared of subscriptions for some reason. Um, but run the business how you want to run the business. But I certainly don't want to be spending extra time manually processing payments where you could just have people on a direct debit, more scalable, more reliable as well. And if you don't want to manually check the payments, get a VA to do it. Pay them $3 an hour. Get a VA to do that type of stuff. So that's that. So messy or non-existent systems. The couple of systems that you do need to scale from 10K a month to 20. When you, if you're a face-to-face trainer, you could definitely still get to 20K a month from in the gym. And you might not necessarily need to do any paid advertising for that. But if you want to go into more leverage, more lifestyle, you want to start to automate a lot of these processes. So, for example, check-ins might be automated, and this is pretty much happening right now. But there is some softwares that can extract your client's data from like Trainerize, Everfit, Kahunas, or whatnot, analyze the data and give feedback to the client completely on autopilot. You actually don't need to do anything. So it's a really good time to be alive. Let's put it that way. The other systems is you need a system for generating leads, and you need a system for uh, nurturing and also the sales process system. So, you can get to 10K a month without much systems. In fact, I didn't even have a programming software until I was probably at 20K a month. Meaning I used to just use Google Sheets to do people's programs. Just Google Sheets. Didn't want to pay for a software. Um, so yeah, a couple of things that you'd wanna have is systems to save you time, to get time back. Number three, you're wasting years in trial and error instead of buying speed. If you're already at 5 to 10K a month, the only thing between you and 20K is structure and speed. It's one of the big reasons why I pretty much always have a mentor or multiple mentors that I'm working with because I'm paying for speed. Now, like I'm not in any rush by any means, but would you rather pay X amount of money, 5, 10, 15, 20, 30, 50K, whatever it is, and get the result in, I don't know, 6 months, 1 year, instead of trying it on your own, having all this stress and it taking you 10, 15, 20 years to get the exact same thing, where you can just pay someone that's done it and you can learn exactly what they did. That's the third mistake. People think they need to do it all on their own, which is just the ego. Too good to work from someone else or work with someone else or learn from someone else. So all that is ego. So which mistake are you? Are you mistake number one? Are you trying to just do more sessions and that's the only way you think? Are you number two where you don't have any systems at all? And number three, you just think you're going to do it all on your own and you don't want help. By all means, you could probably get the result on your own, but it's going to take you a lot longer. Because I can also guarantee if I didn't have the right mentors or the multiple mentors that I've had, you know, just in PT sales alone, I've done over 1 million in the last 5 years of PT sales. If I didn't invest, I think I've invested maybe $250,000 in mentorship in the last few years. If I didn't invest that, there's no way I would have made that much. But how many people in PT struggle to earn over $50,000 a year? And I was doing that per month because I paid for speed. So hope that gives you a little bit of context in terms of what's kind of stopping you from getting past that 10K to 20 and even beyond. When you've got that type of income, 20, 30, 40, 50K a month coming in, and when you get past 20K, you're probably going to have to start looking at hiring a team to help you. But even then, like the difference being like there's not a whole lot of extra work you need to do between 10 to 20K a month if you've got the right systems and if the model that you're doing is actually of benefit to you, meaning it's not just about doing PT sessions. Because the quicker you can stop trading time for money, the faster you're going to be able to scale and get your time back, which is the most important asset that you've got. So that was a nice little topic that we covered today. So if you want help with this type of stuff and you want to scale from that 10K to 20K and beyond, send me a message on DM right now on Instagram and Facebook, and let's see if we can speed up that process for you.